Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, was constantly worried about his appearance, and his wives were no exception. In all, Kody had 4 wives and 18 children. The reality series was originally intended to be about a functional polygamous family when it debuted in 2010. Presenting a favorable picture of Kody and his wife was the goal. Kody wanted the world to see the image that it was meant to convey. Despite the original goal, the story took a different route and became a record of the Brown family's tragic breakup. Kody's attention to appearance was evident in everything he did. His well-groomed hair flying in the wind while he drove, and the convertible he enjoyed driving about in. Because she came from a prominent family, and he liked the way it made him look, he even married Christine Brown, his 3rd wife. That's why the Sister Wives Season 19 patriarch found it so hard when the ideal family's facade collapsed in front of the world. Continue reading to learn how Kody's concern for appearance also affected his wife. Christine mentioned how much Kody valued appearance in Sister Wives Season 19. Kody liked makeup, Christine clarified. It seemed like you had to look good all the time. It was really important to him. She continued by sharing a story about a family camping trip. Robin would spend the entire morning applying cosmetics as Christine and Janelle worked to prepare breakfast and tidy up the mess. Even when camping, she had to appear flawless, and Kody liked it. Christine claims that when the other wives were at work, Kody would compliment Robin's appearance. Robin has a different memory of the event. According to her account, she had been feeling ill the previous evening and was throwing up a lot. She recalls being just trying to get ready for the day when she saw Christine and Janelle preparing breakfast the following morning. The episode is recalled differently by her sister wives. Robin appears to be in excellent health as she applies cosmetics at the campground in the video from the camping vacation. Robin's appearance was a major factor in Kody's frequent accusations of favoring her. The 55-year-old Janelle Brown, Kody's ex-second wife, recalls the camping incident that Christine mentioned. Although Janelle acknowledged that Robin had spent the entire morning applying makeup, she chose not to be bothered by this. Janelle didn't need Kody to approve of her appearance because she was always more self-reliant than Christine. In general, Janelle found polygamy more enjoyable than Christine. Janelle appreciated that Kody wasn't always around, while Christine desired more of his attention. Meri agrees that appearances are important to Kody. Kody's always wanted people around him to look good, Meri explains. She claimed that Kody used to take her shopping for clothes when they initially started dating. Meri added that even while Kody was concerned about appearance, she never felt under pressure from him to dress a specific way or look nice. After 32 years of marriage, Meri left Kody in 2022, followed Christine and Janelle out the door. In Sister Spouses Season 19, Kody was monogamous with his 4th and youngest wife, 45-year-old Robin, despite having 4 spouses and 18 children at his height. Anyone who watches the show can't help but see that Robin is Kody's favorite among his wives. They appear to have more in common and get along better. Robin is just as image-conscious as Kody, which is something he likely values greatly. Kody eventually drove his other 3 wives away and was with his favorite. After his most recent cameo, Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, is receiving a lot of attention. Even before his 3 other wives left him, it was one of his sources of income. He frequently creates videos with birthday greetings and life advice. Many, however, were taken aback when Kody discussed his young children in his most recent video, displaying his protective nature for the children of his ex-wives. Read on to find out what transpired. Sister Wives, did Kody Brown turn away from other kids? Over the years, Kody has earned a reputation for his devotion and hard work with his children. However, things abruptly changed, particularly as the OG kids grew older. Particularly after the death of his son, Garrison Brown, the Sister Wives star started to isolate himself from the elder ones. The fact that he only names Robin's children his kids and refers to the other children as his ex-wives' children, giving the impression that they are not his, has also drawn criticism from many followers. This sparked rumors that he was abandoning the elder children, particularly since their moms had abandoned him. His most recent appearance also stoked rumors that he is now viewing them differently. In his shocking appearance, Kody shields his young children from the children of his ex-wives. On social media, some admirers respond to Kody Brown's most recent appearance. He was offering guidance on how to love kids. The Sister Wives star advised his client to speak with and love their kids as much as possible. He continued by saying that they ought to hold them responsible, inquire about their schoolwork, and invest time and energy in having conversations with them. However, Kody's statement that they should refrain from pecking orders, particularly from a different spouse, attracted a lot of attention. Many think Kody was talking about his elder kids and his ex-wives. They believe that was Kody's way of saying that he is shielding his younger children with Robin from the older ones, according to a forum thread. This is unsettling. Given his current situation with regard to each and every one of his children, it is both unsettling and repulsive to say that. What an oddball. In the end, he failed his family. His entire focus is on holding children accountable. How about holding parents like you accountable as well? Crazy. It's hilarious that Kody Brown is giving parenting advice. It's nearly as ironic as him offering hair advice. What can we expect from the next episode of Sister Wives? In the most recent season, Kody Brown is also making it clearer that he wants to move on from his ex-wives and older kids. A synopsis for Sister Wives Season 19 Episode 22 was just made public by TLC. According to this statement, Kody will talk to Robin about his wish to stop being a polygamous couple. Meri and Janelle will meet at the Coyote Pass property in the interim to talk about a strategy for the future. Additionally, Christine and David Woolley will celebrate Valentine's Day for the first time. The family used to put all of their money into one pot back when their love was still growing rather than shrinking. Janelle said on the September 22nd episode, "We would use all the resources to help one person, then we would all rally to support the other person." Up until the last 10 or so years, it always operated that way. Suddenly, it's about my estate, even though everyone needs their own estate. They all helped to purchase Robin's $1.65 million 5-bedroom house in Arizona when she needed a place to live. It was put up for sale this past August. According to Robin, the goal was for it to benefit the family. However, Janelle was rejected when she proposed that they all sign the mortgage. Kody was like, No, we need to protect Robin's estate, Janelle recalled. Janelle went on to say that she would like her share of the Coyote Pass earnings now that she is leaving the family, and I'd like to recoup some of the money I put into Robin's house. However, it can be difficult to sell. We were working together for so long, Robin said. Robin continued after Janelle claimed that she owed them money, stating, "It's like, how do you calculate that? It's really perplexing." Janelle expressed frustration with the family's failure to settle Coyote Pass, claiming that Kody had all these other debts. She has, however, seen him seize other possessions, such as trailers and house furnishings. She remarked, "I see all the art on their walls," referring to Robin and Kody's residence. "I observe everything. I have money and have spent it on things, so that's okay." Kody said that a large portion of his income was used to purchase cars, basically had a fleet, and child insurance. "I used to always be surprised at how nice her backyard was," Janelle said, adding that she wasn't sure how Kody and Robin managed their expenses. "It was finished. Additionally, there was always stuff at her place. I thought, wow. Huh." In summary, she stated, "He doesn't prioritize what I need or what I want." And she was eventually worn down by that problem. "I believe that eventually I started to notice it, and my children, like my adult children, were becoming quite upset about it." What the hell, Mom? I mean, in Robin's opinion, though, she was extremely frugal after her first marriage failed. During the September 22nd show, she revealed, "I used to be not so great with money. When I was young, I had hard knocks, and then I learned during my divorce really how to budget myself very, very well. You just must have had a different priority of where your money was going to go than I did. That's all," she stated of her fellow sister spouses. There's no contact, really, with Meri or Robin or Kody, Janelle admitted in the September 22nd episode as she and Christine, the mother of Aspen Brown, Michael T. Brown Padron, Paydon Brown, Gwendolyn Brown, Isabel Brown, and Truly Brown gathered with their broods. I don't think that will change all that much. During their time in Las Vegas, Kody referred to their arrangement of 4 houses on a single cul-de-sac as the best time of my life, saying, everything was going well and Maddie and Caleb were around, and it was great having them around. I also adored Caleb. He was undoubtedly like family. However, as they disagreed about procedures relating to the coronavirus, things started to fall apart in Arizona. He said that his ties with the children suffered as a result of his marriages failing, saying, it just made all those relationships go sour. However, Christine maintained that there were problems long before she made her departure, known in late 2021. She stated, all the kids that were frustrated way before I left, during the show that aired last September 22nd. His children's relationship with him remained unchanged after my departure. Kody still has time to mend his relationship with his kids. However, it will undoubtedly require some effort. I'm so angry about how I've been treated that I haven't gotten past that, Kody said. The problem is that, even when my wife or ex-wife is sitting there accusing me of doing something, I refuse to accept responsibility. I'm hoping that the disdain will eventually fade. We'll be able to rediscover love and forgiveness. Kody disclosed that when he and Meri were officially married at the age of 19 and spiritually married at the age of 21, respectively, they didn't really know one another. In order for Kody to lawfully adopt Robyn's 3 oldest children from her first marriage, they ultimately filed for divorce in 2014. She was really different when we got married, and I believe that Meri had some baggage that I was unaware of, Kody said. Initially, I felt like I could live with it. He asserted that everything was a struggle and declared, I can't live in a world where she is constantly angry at me. But he couldn't get out. One man in a plural marriage told Kody he cannot ask for a divorce if he wishes to be faithful and in his faith. It is not permitted. I therefore couldn't leave that relationship. I didn't necessarily want to end the connection, though. I wanted to know if it was something we could fix and save. He acknowledged that the confusing messages were caused by Meri's belief that everything would be resolved. However, Kody went on, she wasn't pleasant, entertaining, kind, or fascinating whenever they were together. I'm bored and trying to be curious with her. But I didn't kick me out, he said, acknowledging that he could understand Meri's sense of abandonment. Meri, Janelle, and Christine all decided to have me leave the house. Meri requested an official separation, known as a release, from their church in late 2022, even though Janelle and Christine believed they didn't need to divorce Kody because their marriage was never lawful. She clarified in the September 22nd episode that it was through our church when each of us 4 ladies married Kody. It was what we called a covenant, but of course, we can't all be legally married. Therefore, I believe it would be best to end it, as we are not planning to get married, and I don't want to be permanently bound to him if he doesn't want me. And I'm at the point where I think we should simply put this out of our minds entirely. She went on to say that Kody was opposed to the notion because he did not want to acknowledge the authority of the church authorities. The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what, Kody said in reference to his position. But since we are answerable to God, I don't want to answer to this church and all of its bullshit. Since it will turn into a quarrel if I become upset with Meri, I'm going to let her go and do what she wants to do. And it took her a long time to comprehend that it had been done and over for years, so I just needed her to leave. For the 18 Brown children, a text message debate about a 2021 holiday gift exchange took an especially nasty turn. It all went bad, it all went south, Christine explained. Robyn, Kody, and their children were on one side and did not want to interact with Janelle, me, or our children. And following this text thread, there was a division. According to Robyn, her 3 older children felt that the conversation was emotionally unsafe and advised them to distance themselves from the relationship. But it was never anything about, we don't want to see you again, we don't want anything to do with you, she maintained. It was just about like, hey, this got yucky. Gabriel, for his part, hopes they can track each other down again. In the episode that aired on October 13th, he admitted, the thing I want most is to just have a relationship with Robyn's children again. Rora was my favorite person to hang out with in middle school. And I was constantly trying to get close to Dayton in high school. However, I'm not optimistic about a relationship with Robin and Dad. Kody Brown's obsession with his wives' looks exposed. Was he too focused on their appearances? Introduction. There's no denying that Sister Wives has gripped audiences with its multi-layered dynamics and intense family drama, but one question continues to linger in the minds of viewers. Did Kody Brown become too focused on the looks of his wives? From eyebrow-raising comments to moments of manipulation, Kody's obsession with physical appearance has sparked controversy throughout the show. Could it be that his emphasis on their appearances played a major role in the unraveling of his once thriving polygamous family? Let's dive into the complexities of Kody Brown's fascination with his wives' looks and how it might have affected everything, from their self-esteem to the overall stability of the family. Chapter 1. A look into Kody's early focus on appearance. When Kody Brown first stepped into the spotlight, he presented himself as the charismatic, confident patriarch of a growing family. As the show began to reveal more about the lives of Kody and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, there was a clear theme of physical attraction that followed him. While many viewers were initially entranced by his charming personality, others began to notice his subtle, yet significant focus on how his wives appeared to the outside world. Was it just the typical admiration of a husband for his wives, or was Kody's interest in their looks something more? Early on, Kody was known to make comments that centered around his wives' appearances. It wasn't just about them being beautiful, but about them maintaining a certain image, an image that reflected on him and his family. Chapter 2. Kody's image obsession with Robin. If there's one wife who truly felt the weight of Kody's obsession with appearance, it's Robin Brown. Viewers of Sister Wives have seen her undergo dramatic changes throughout her time on the show, from her relationship with Kody to her physical transformation. What sets Robin apart, however, is the intense attention Kody pays to her image. She, more than any of his other wives, seems to fit the image Kody strives to portray: young, conventionally attractive, and always put together. But this dynamic raises a troubling question. Did Kody's focus on her outward appearance overshadow the emotional needs of the rest of his wives? The truth is, Kody's interactions with Robin often come across as overly focused on her looks, and viewers can't help but wonder how much her appearance influences his decisions about her within the family. Is this an unhealthy fixation, or just another example of Kody's deep affection for her? Chapter 3. The silent struggles of Janelle and Christine. While Robin may have basked in the spotlight, it was clear that Kody's fixation on looks negatively affected his relationships with Janelle and Christine. For years, both Janelle and Christine seemed to fall into the shadows, increasingly left behind as Kody's affections, and it seemed his priorities, shifted toward Robin. Christine, once a beloved fan favorite, faced this dilemma head-on. Her confidence and self-image were constantly undermined by Kody's continued praises of Robin's youthful beauty. Was Kody's obsession with Robin's looks a contributing factor to Christine's eventual breakup with him? Janelle, who seemed to prefer a more grounded and realistic approach to beauty and family, often found herself at odds with Kody's obsession. Her laid-back nature and more mature appearance likely clashed with Kody's idealized vision of a wife who was always polished and beautiful. As her image didn't always match the model wife standard Kody had set, her relationship with him became strained. Chapter 4. Kody's impact on the wives' self-esteem. From a psychological perspective, Kody's focus on the physical appearances of his wives had a long-lasting impact on their self-esteem. The constant comparison to one another and the attention Kody gave to certain attributes, such as youth and beauty, left emotional scars that wouldn't be so easily erased. Take Meri, for example. Her self-image was increasingly defined by Kody's emotional distance and his clear preference for younger, more attractive wives. Despite her intelligence and accomplishments, Meri struggled with Kody's lack of attention and the fact that she didn't fit the aesthetic that Kody seemed to favor. Was Kody too focused on his wives' looks? In many ways, yes. He pushed a narrative of what beauty should look like within his family, disregarding the complexities of individual personalities and strengths. He may not have realized it, But this mentality created toxic environments for the wives, making them feel unimportant, unnoticed, or inferior to the ideal image he had in his mind. Chapter 5. Kody's public image and the role of his wives' looks. In the world of reality TV, image is everything. This was something Kody certainly understood. He knew that the success of sister wives relied on maintaining a certain public persona. Kody was aware that his polygamous family, with its multiple wives, would be perceived through the lens of societal norms, expectations, and, above all, their appearances.